Okay.
It's just a adjustment of numbers, and but like I said, it has to make sense to all of us.
Okay.
You have to make sense to you because you're the person who's trying to purchase it and flip it and make money off it.
Yeah.
It has to make sense to him as a seller because he want to make money off it, and as me as the investor, it makes sense because of my time
And you.
dealing with the property and efforts and doing my due. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. I'm out here all the time showing the property off and all that. So, and like I said, I found this property off the market.
Off the
Of
market.
course, it wasn't on the market. I don't look on the MLS. If you look on the MLS, you got to deal with realtors. But
Yeah.
I still do. But I try to avoid it because you got to deal with realtors.
Yeah.
And I don't know if
Exactly.
you want to keep splitting your money with realtors because they're gonna have to get their commission regardless. That's
Yeah.
how
Of
it
course.
works.
Yeah.
They're licensed. So I don't
Yeah.
try to avoid them. I try to work with them. But if I can find a property off the
Off the market.
MLS, it's
Yeah.
easier because I found this property accidentally because my partner has another property. I was looking at his other property. And he said, "Well, I got another property, which is this one." I said, "Hey, let's take a look at it."
Okay.
I saw it. I did my numbers with him. We negotiated, put it on contract.
Okay.
So now my job is
So sell it for him.
what numbers he's asking for.
Okay.
Cause my,
Uh,
you know what I mean?
Let me ask you.
Hmm.
Is the roof in like the roof
Both
on
sides.
the surface is damaged on the other side?
Yeah.
Or
Honestly, I never been on that side because it's hard to, but I'm assuming so. So when I say the roof, that means the whole roof. Cause you don't want to do a half roof anyways.
yeah.
Actually when you do a roof, they don't. I don't think they would. I don't think they would do a half a job on a roof unless it's like partially damaged. But my understanding in dealing with roofs
Hmm.
and be safe because roofs cost money.
Yeah. It
And
does.
people don't want to buy a house when they have to fix a roof because that's more money out their pocket.
Exactly.
So if you can get the roof included with a contract deal, with including with everything else,
Hmm.
why not?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get that money back in return in the
Exactly.
future,
Yeah.
or unless you want to pay it later. Because one thing about roofs, there's three things people observe when they walk in the house. First thing I look at the roof.
Yeah. The
The
roof,
roof, right?
the bathroom.
I look at all the rooms, right?
Yeah.
The landscape area, like the outside area, the structure, the infrastructure of the property, like if it's sturdy or not. This house seems like it's strong. It's been around since 1950s. It's a strong house,
Yeah.
but it still needs some work. Like the wall's gonna have to get broken down and painted and
Yeah.
filled in. Probably but that's not a lot of money if you get people to do that because
Exactly.
contractors do that for like a couple thousands if you know the right people. You know what I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the walls, the roof, like you said, the bathroom, the stuff I showed you, the minor
Hmm.
cosmetic, damn, I got flash flying in my nose. It's the basic things inside the house that would need to be upgraded, like appliances, like the cabinets.
Yeah.
Obviously, you see them cabinets as a piece of trash.
Yeah.
So of course you would probably go to Home Depot or somewhere and get a nice cabinet set for like I don't know 5,000.
Yeah.
Free installation. They come in, they knock all that down. First of all, you get it gutted out first. That's why I always say clean it up, get it clean, get it gutted out, and then you bring the contractors in to do the work. The first thing is always the walls
Yeah.
or the roof,
Yeah.
because that's the infrastructure of the property.
Yeah. That
And then
is.
from there, you work your way from the cabinets to the bathrooms to the rooms, and then and then so in a month or two. Because sometimes I say projects take like 2 months, depending on the contract and how you set it up. This house can get rehabbed or updated within 2 months. Y'all see it happen all the time, especially in like Hollywood and in this area. People
Hmm.
buying houses. You see the time and dates because you look at you can see the information online.
Yeah.
Purchase date, sold, sell date.
Hmm.
And a lot of times it's 2 months or 3 months people buy it and flip it and sell it.
Yeah.
And trust me, you see the difference, how much they bought it for, how much they sold it for, you be like, damn, that goes in their pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But you always got to include the ARV because that's part of the investment towards the property.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
so like I said, you always can negotiate numbers. 280 is what we asking, but we always can negotiate numbers. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give people a false image saying this is a low end because a low end for me might not be the low end for my partner or vice versa.
Yeah. I
And you know
understand.
what I mean?
I
So
understand.
I don't like giving people wrong information. Say, well, yeah, this is the low 180 is the low end, or 200, or 250, or two. Because then if I say that and then I can't,
Can't back it up.
then you'll be like, damn, you told me this, and then my word is not good with you. Then
Exactly. Not bond.
yeah, it's not
Yeah.
good. And I don't want to give people false information. I want to say, yeah, at this amount, we selling it, and you say yes, then guess what? This is what if this is our amount,
Hmm.
it's your amount, then let's boom close it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I run across that all the time with people with numbers. I'm like, I don't want to give you, false information. Just give me a date or a time or amount that you're asking for.
Yeah.
If it makes sense to us, then we'll sell at that amount, and then we'll do a contract, and then we have a certain amount of days to close it on a contract. To take to the title company, you have your funds presented. The title company does their transactions, and everybody's happy,
Okay.
and then it's all yours.
Yeah.
And then you do what the hell you want to do. You can leave it this way. You can flip it. You can sell it. You can sell it to someone else as is. And,
Yeah.
you know, but a lot of people don't want to sell it as is. They want to flip it and then sell it. That's why a lot of people I met so far who came here, they like the property. They really want it. They don't want to like. We selling it as is. Other people are not selling it as is. They want to buy it and then either flip it and rehab it and rent it out. Because look around here. Look at all these rentals. And all these rentals, whoever owns is making bread. Whoever owns that little small complex across the street, just say they charge him $1,000 per unit a month, which I'm assuming because this is Miramar.
Yeah, $1,000.
That's $3,000 a month, right? His mortgage might be how much you think on that property? Like $2,000 probably, you think?
Fixed rate.
Yeah.
2,000.
So he's getting $1,000 a month in his pocket.
Yeah, every month.
Yeah. And he can be using that for other stuff, for his other properties, or
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the people who own this property probably own that property. They probably own all these properties because it makes sense. And like I said, it's a numbers game. They can make it $1,500 a month, and that just add on for $1,500. The difference that we just talked about.
Yeah.
It's numbers, bro.
That's more money in his pocket.
Yeah, and you'd be surprised. In Miramar, people are buying properties because Miramar is expensive to live. It's not like cheap place to live. I know this area.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they spend between $1,000 to like $1,500. I'm assuming that, depending on how many bedrooms it has.
We was over here since like 2015.
Yeah.
So I think the rent probably went up.
Oh, you for real?
Yeah, probably.
How much rent you think go in like the basic 2 bedrooms go for rent? Like at least $1,000 to $1,200, you think? At least? Or more than that, you think? Because I know in Hallandale is not, it's a little different. I know it's closer to the beach. This is more in the city, but that's how much the prices go over there, between $1,200 to like $1,400, $1,500, depending where you at.
It's like it's like the person. Matter of fact, it's the person.
Who the owner is, who's selling it out and renting it out. Yeah.
So some people like go ahead and wax.
Yep.
And charge like 50 for 2 bedroom. That don't make no sense.
But partner was telling me he was charging people $1,500 a month to live here. He said $1,600. He said he brought it down to $1,000. But the whole point, they got evicted because they didn't want to pay it. But he brought it, at first it was $1,600 a month.
Yeah.
This
is reasonable.
Yeah, I know, but it's because of the size. But then the other room was a different price.
Yeah, I'll say the other room is like $800.
Which one? The back one, right?
Yeah. The guest house.
Yo. Or depending if you want to make it, if you upgrade it with the appliances and all that, a nice bathroom, you can make that more. You can make it $1,000 based on the. It's always about the upgrade. If the house got the newest appliances that's coming with it, the new kitchen, the new refrigerator, the new bathroom, a person would pay $1,000 to stay there.
Yeah.
And now, depending on how you do the landscaping, if you decide to knock the trees down and make it like flat, or make it like a pavement like that, so it can be like a real parking, you know what I mean? And it's like I said, it's all about how you want to set up the property, so how you can make the money off it.
Yeah.
But he told me $1,600. His last tenant was paying, but they didn't want to pay it, so he evicted him. And that's the last person who lived here.
I'll say that branch right there would be a hazard because during hurricanes.
Man, that has to go.
Yeah.
Trust me. All these trees have to go, man, because of the hurricanes, especially in Miramar. I know Miramar. They don't. Trust me. All this stuff have to go down, especially that tree. But because no one's living there, I don't think they make a big deal out of it until someone's actually living there. Because when they're living there, then it's a hazard.
Yeah.
But since no one's living here at the moment, they're not making a big deal about it. But once a person's living here, oh yeah, you got to remove that. Or at least hedge it down or cut it down or something.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. But I'm kind of concerned because if you cut that down, will they hit the roof?
No, because these companies, depending on the company, now the professional ones, well, of course they're going to avoid it. But even if you did do that, you do the roof after you do the trees first and then the roof second. You want to put a new roof and then cut these trees down. Okay. It'll mess up the new roof. And then, you know what I mean? Because a new roofs always go up last. All the trees come down first, landscaping, and then the roof go up. Because honestly, to make a roof, it don't take that long to build a roof, bro. These guys out here in Miami with this shit done in like 2 weeks, less than that. Yeah. I see it all the time in my neighborhoods. Guys be out there, they start off, they put the little basic stuff on there. Mm-hmm. You go a week, half of it is done. Next week, the roof is done. You're like, damn. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's about who you got on your team as contractors. Because I got guys who, I'm partner from Jamaica, man. He's not even licensed, but he's from Jamaica. He knows landscaping. Yeah. He'll paint this whole house, he told me, for like $2,000. See? And if you go to a licensed company, he's spending like $5,000, $6,000, because people charge you for time, for material. I can buy the paint. I'm just charging him to do the work. Exactly. I can go to Home Depot. I got a Home Depot a business account for for properties, which makes sense if you're selling properties, because you get a discount. Okay. I can get someone to paint this. for the discount price. All I have to do is buy the paint and the equipment. So
Yeah.
honestly, your ARV is really based on how you budget your financing with your contractors. Because the only thing for the roof, it have to be licensed because the city's gonna come back and do an inspection.
Yeah.
Painting don't have to be licensed.
Okay.
The infrastructure work might have to be majority have to be licensed because the city gonna come in. You have to get a permit to do all that shit too. Like the city.
Talking about landscaping?
Yeah, well, the land, everything that had to be destroyed or built had to get a permit from the city, which is only like $100 if that.
Okay.
I got a roof built the other day. The roof that the city, and it was in Hollywood. The city charges like what, $50 for the permit. So the company goes in and get the permit and do it themselves. So, you know what I mean. So it's one of those situations, but. That's how I say it's really how you do your money. A lot of people say, "I'm gonna go to these expensive licensing companies." They're gonna spend more money because they're spending money on people's licenses, which is good. I'm not saying you don't get a license, but if you can get a person who can do the job just as good without a license, and doesn't require a license, like painting doesn't require a license.
No, I don't.
Now landscaping and just building like a parking lot, the roof, infrastructure inside, you need a license for, which makes sense because that's different.
Yeah, that's different.
But the basic cost, like if you're trying to build a kitchen, you're gonna need a license. But Home Depot, that's easy. Home Depot, they come in and do the whole thing for it. They gut it out. But remember, they have their own little license. You can just get an account with them and pay them, and they will charge everything, the license fees, installation fees, with one amount.
One amount?
One lump sum of amount of how much you're paying. So let's say you buy a kitchen set, right, for like $5,000. That would be included with the installation fees and with the permit from the city.
Yeah.
Because I did it with Home Depot already with windows.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling you from experience. They came in, knocked that shit out in one day.
One day.
Dude, knocked out brand new windows, hurricane windows in one day. I said, how long does it take you? Like a week? He said, no, we're doing a day. I said, a day? He said, all I need is somebody to be there. So I told my partner to be there. They stayed there, let them in, and just left. Came back, brand new windows. I was like, wow, they work quick. So that's why I said, it's all about the contractors. You got to get the contractors on deck. But like I said, if you got friends who are licensed or people who can get the job done, that saves you money. Because that's how I do things. I go through my partners. And if it's a license, I go through my friends who are licensed, or then if I don't have them available, then I have to go to like Home Depot because I know they're licensed. And they're responsible.
Yeah.
If they fuck up, they'll pay for it. And you get a lifetime warranty on them.
Oh, wow.
So if your windows, you get an installation of windows or roof, lifetime warranty.
They get a new one.
Bro, lifetime warranty. You not heard that? Sign my name on the paper as a member. Because it makes sense. Lifetime warranty means when you leave, the owner who develops, they told me whoever purchased the home, the lifetime warranty transfers over to that person.
Oh, wow.
That's dope, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. That's nice. That opens up doors.
Of course, man. That's why people do Home Depot, because they got the license or the insurance to cover that.
Wow.
So that's where it's at, man. That's why I didn't want to sell you a dream or a story, but I just want to give you an understanding how you can work with this property. Everybody I meet have different ideas what they want to do with this property. And every idea is good because at the end of the day, there's money attached to it. Whether they rent it, rehab, and flip it, or they just purchase it and want to live in themselves and fix it up, that's another way of doing it. So,
wow.
All
right.
Do your homework, do your research. Call me tonight. You can call me whenever you want too, man.
All right.
You got my number. I'm always available. I'm always available. I work 24 hours sometimes. I be at night. If I can't sleep, I go on my,
Yeah.
That's me. Real estate is not. It doesn't. Money don't sleep. Man. I always tell people that. When people are sleeping, I don't sleep.
That's the one thing that don't sleep at all. It works for you if you have the knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. And you're actually working on it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, and the good thing is, man, you seem like a smart brother, man. How long you been doing real estate for? You just got into it, or you been in for a little while?
I just got into it since I was 27.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Right now, I just turned 29.
So yeah, you kind of real estate is good though, because you got options with it.
Yeah. And plus, I took this course, which had me baffled because.
Oh, for real?
I was just like
shocked about how you can get money in real estate.
Exactly. But you know, there was an intimidation about being a realtor and not being a realtor and stuff like that. But as he makes it understandable, like I see a lot of realtors have these houses for sale, but they're not selling it.
I know. You see the signs, but they're not selling it. You know why? You know why? Because on the MLS, the only thing good about that, they make money, but it's based on timing. It's like it depends who's interested in buying the house. So let's say a realtor, because I got a lot of friends with realtors, and I deal with them a lot.
Yeah.
Now, if it's on the MLS, it sits there for like, let's say 30 days. Of course, nobody's making money off it because it's sitting there. But once
Exactly.
that person buys it, they get
They
that
get that
3%
money.
commission.
Yeah.
And all they got to do is what I'm doing with you, show them around. If that person likes it, they buy it. And guess
Exactly.
what? They sign a contract. Same thing. Take it to title company. Title company
Yeah.
write you your commission amount. The broker gets the amount. The owner gets the keys or the house or whoever the deed.
Mm-hmm.
Same process. It's just commission versus it's admission. It's commission versus what I was saying the contract. I just said the contract. The assignment contract fee.
Assignment.
It's assignment contract fee versus commission. And I always think assignment contract fees is way more
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 money.
more money versus
more money
the
than
3%, because the 3% is kind of like fixed based on what you sell the house for.
it's 3% or 6%.
Well, it's 6.3, but you have to divide with the commission with the broker.
Yeah.
But it's really divided between the broker and
the listing buyer. So
or the agent. It's all numbers. So let's
Yeah.
say that the broker say, well, guess what? Me and the agent 70-30. He gets 70, you get 30. That's what the contract said. That's how it works because everything's contracts.
Yeah.
And as an agent, you either say yes or no. I don't agree with that contract. You go to another agency, they might say 50-50. You might say that sounds better. Or they might say 60-40 on your end, 60 on, or they might say 70-30 on your end. 30. So it's all contracts.
Exactly.
So they do the same thing we do.
All right.
It's just a different contract.
By any chance, do you have any houses that's in foreclosure?
At the moment, I can get some though. I have all types of properties I have access to. I can get them though. I have a lot of properties I can get access to. Yeah, that's nothing. I got access to different circles. Like, you want me to see some properties like foreclosures?
Yeah.
I can do that. Be interested in those. Any type of foreclosure in certain cities, or like Miramar, Miami, or Dade County, Broward. You want to keep it local? You trying to go like?
I'm trying to keep it local.
So you don't go too far out your range. I got you. Yeah, I can do that, especially in these areas.
Yeah.
I got access to all that stuff, man. You ever go to the Real Estate Investors Association meetings, the RE, the Ray meetings?
I just found one not
They had
not
one.
too long.
They had one 2 weeks ago. It was off the hook, man. It was right at the Grand Signature in Hollywood.
I found one in I believe it's in
It's further north.
yeah, it's further north. It's shit. Cor
Oh, yeah, of course. I know Coral Springs. I know my boy.
Plantation.
Oh yeah, they have one in Plantation.
Yeah.
They have them every month, different places.
Yeah, I just found one like too long ago.
Man.
And I was trying to become a member, and I'm trying to stack up my money. So
Yeah. It's the easier thing. If you can't pay the fees to be a member because the fees are expensive. Just call them, right?
Yeah.
And ask them to put you on their contact list. You're gonna get all that access to like the network. Now, only thing that's separated during the meetings, you would have to go pay like a membership fee or a non-member fee. But it's only like $20, $30 if you want to save money, because you're really paying the fees for the meetings.
Okay.
The other stuff you can get without being a member. You just got to call and just keep networking. I kept calling the lady who thought, cause I was trying to be a member, then it was some mistake with my money situation. I called it and I tried to make a transaction, it didn't work. So I didn't want to send my card again online. So I told her, I don't want to be a member, I just want the resource. And she was like, what's your email? And I gave my business email address. And now I'm a member, I'm an indirect member, because they give me all the information without the membership fee. But they can do that too. You just got to call and tell them. They put you on the list. A lot of people don't know that. They just want to get the membership fees and that's it. And I said, nah, talk to them. Because remember, it's all in real estate or any business. It's all about skills, social skills, and social relationships. That makes things easier, bro.
Exactly.
And I'm learning that because you have real resources. People don't want to give it out for free. You got to get in the circle to get it. Or nowadays you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
But once you get that one connect who's not willing to charge you, in a lot of places you're gonna meet those people at those the RAID meetings, the Real Estate Investors Association meetings. That's where you're gonna meet those people at. Trust me. Or meet them through people like myself or other people. So
Yeah. You the third buyer. You the third seller that I would talk to.
Oh, yeah?
My whole real estate.
that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Trust me. Everybody has their first, second, and third. I talk to people all the time because that's how you're gonna learn.
Yeah.
And out here you got to network. You have to, because Florida, especially in Dade County and Broward, it's so big.
Yeah.
And everybody's doing some type of real estate, whether they're renting, tenants, owners, selling, buying, real estate agent, brokers, investors. They're all over here. You just don't know who they are because they like us. Like you walking down the street. If I didn't know that was you, I'd have.
I don't know you.
Exactly. But you do real estate just like I do real estate.
Exactly.
And there's other people who look different than you and I who do it. The only way you're gonna know if you say, "How you doing? My name is Song. Here's my business card."
Exactly.
Like I or what do you do?
Yeah.
But you would never know who you might have a person living in this neighborhood who might be a real estate investor and give you money just for They're all over the place. You just got to get out there and meet them. And a lot of places it's through network with just investors or brokers or agents or whoever's a real estate professional. Just get their number, get their emails, and network. Get you some cards, man, and get a website. Get everything you need to start a business, man, like a website, a business. You have an EIN number yet? Like a employee? This is what you got to do, right? Since you're doing your real estate, and this protects you as a buyer, as a seller, as a businessman, as a business entity. You got this is the first thing you have to do. I tell this to a lot of people, but a lot of times they don't want to do it because you have to invest into it, but it's going to protect you legally. When you run into a business, any business, real estate, financing, you want to get a licensed, registered business in the state you're operating business in. So what I mean by that, in Florida, you want to get a license that's registered, stating that you can operate any business in the state of Florida. Now you got to pay for it. It costs like, depending where you get it from. I got mine at LegalZoom, $200, $300.
You talking about opening a company like
You
that?
you have to have in order to operate businesses, you have to have a licensed, registered business. One thing I learned, people you do, I'm not sure if you're dealing with the people with the big bucks yet. Once you start dealing with that type of market, first thing they're going to ask you is what I just said. Do you have a license or registration to operate real estate business in Florida? If you say no, majority of the time they're going to do business with you because it's a liability. If you say yes, majority of the time they're going to say, okay, I can trust you because you have a registered licensed business in the state of Florida. So when they do their paperwork, your business is in the system because it has to be in the system once you get registered and licensed. Once they register and license it, then you can operate in the state of Florida to conduct business. It tells you, they give you like a pamphlet with all your legal obligations as a business owner. You can joint business with people. You can start your own incorporation, your own corporation, your own association with partners. But they explain all that when you register your license, or register and license your business in the state you're working in. Not only that, it protects you with lawsuits. So let's say you buy a property like this and you fall and trip, and then the person say, "Oh, it's his fault. I'm suing you." When we have a licensed business, that's an LLC, legal liability company, limited liability company, they by law they would take over the lawsuit because that's what the LLCs are for, limited liability companies. So that lawsuit won't go directly towards you because what they can do if they sue you personally, they can take all your assets. And you lose everything: your house, car, kids. Not your kids, but your house, cars, whatever you own, that's an asset. Now, if it's your business, they can sue the business, but that's different. They can sue the business, so you don't lose your car, your house, your kids. They just your business. You just have you deal with them legally within your business. Well, that's what you get the lawyers for and all that. That comes along with your LLC. You can pay for attorneys that come along on that. Like you have attorneys that's on call 24 hours a day. You have accountants. You have It's basically what LegalZoom does. This is what I always tell. Check LegalZoom when you get a chance. They basically give you all the tools, information, resources, support. Start your own business. And trust me, there's so many businesses that LegalZoom started that you probably don't know of because every company that's operating a legal business, and I say legal, that means a legal business, registered license. Because a lot of people do business illegally. And then they're okay till they get caught by the state, and then you know how that goes. You're fined, and they charge you seriously. But once you get your business licensed and registered, your business is just as legal as McDonald's, Burger King. You can make as much money as you want legally because the IRS not come knocking your door and saying, "Where's your proof of income?" Because your business states your income. That's what that's for. That's why I always tell people, if you're going to do real estate, because once you start dealing with that 200 more, or people want to start asking questions about money and where it's coming from, where it's going, you want to protect yourself, get a business account. Do LegalZoom. I always recommend LegalZoom because everybody that's one of the biggest registering company in the country, in the world, not just here but around the world. LegalZoom is big. Just do your research on it. Once you do that, open a bank account, a business bank account. The reason I said business is not personal because your checking account is your personal. People got access to your personal bank account. I don't think you want people having access to your personal shit. A checking account, all your business transactions go through your business account. So that means at the end of the year, Uncle Sam knocking your door, where your money's coming from and going, your business, all you do, go to your bank, get a statement, boom, shows all my transactions for my business. Whether it's real estate or you just taking trips, everything is on your business and it's there, so they can't fuck with you. That's another way you protect yourself. With your registration, once you get your business registered, it gets licensed. So all that gets combined. They send you your paperwork, they send you your certificate, your license number, your registration. It's like a regular entity. You get your paperwork. You have your name on it, you the owner, everything, your address. So the business registration license, the first thing, through LegalZoom. Second is your bank account, your business bank account, not your personal. And the third thing is the most important thing. Your resources, bro. Your network. to me, that's the first important thing. But I say last because you got to have the other two first to get. So the third thing is the first thing, but it's really the last thing because you got to have your business in place before you start. Because you want to operate a legal business. Because like I said, in real estate, especially in Florida, people do a lot of shit illegally out here. And one thing about the Florida laws or the SEC, the Security Exchange, or the commissioner, whatever it is, the people who are governing, or the IRS, you want to make it simple, they watching people's transactions. If you're a young brother like yourself and you're making like $200,000 and they can't prove where it came from, they're gonna do an audit. When they do audits, they send the big boys at your door.
Yeah, I was reading. I checked out a book the other day. Reading about how to operate
small businesses
and stuff like that. And I read that.
Yeah, it's true though, bro. And a lot of times people don't think about it until it's too late. And I always tell people in real estate that's the first thing you want to do. Even if it's a sacrifice with income as far as paying for an LLC, but it's you rather paying $300 now, paying $20,000 in the future for a bad transaction, or not just a bad transaction, just something bad happening in your business.
Yeah.
$300 sounds way better than $20,000. I don't mind paying $300 now and be protected later for $20,000 lawsuit that my company would inherit and take care of. That you won't have to come out your pocket for. That's what the LLC is for.
Okay.
That's what that's why it's called limited liability company or corporation, or incorporated. So you can get a couple partners on your team. And that's the thing about business. You can have your partners on your team, and you can be the owner of the business, and you can flip it. Like my business, I'm the owner of my business personally, but I don't look at it like I have partners. The business is under my name because I licensed it and registered. I did all the paperwork. But my partners and I are partners of the business.
Okay.
Like you look at Bank of America. Of course, there's the person who Bank of America signed, the CEO signed his name on the paperwork, but the business is everybody. Even though he's a CEO in the paperwork, but the paperwork is for everybody.
Yeah.
So, like I said, all those things is gonna protect you legally, bro. And that's why I always encourage people to do it, man. Because you might buy a property. Let's say you buy this property, and you might, I don't know, not even this property, some property, it doesn't work out. One thing about when I do business, I don't sugarcoat with people. I tell them straight up, and I ain't trying to mess up their money or their future or their life because I'm not in business of jeopardizing people's lives because people got bills, people got families, people got responsibilities. So I tell people exactly what it is up front so they know where it stands at. And they can negotiate, then cool. If they can't, we still can do business. It might not be on this property, it might be another property.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you're not going to close deals on your first property with somebody. It might be your second or third or fourth or fifth.
Yeah, it takes experience.
Yeah, it takes time, experience. It takes networking. Like, this stuff is not easy, bro. You really got to work.
Yeah.
But, like I said, it pays off once you get a good deal. Trust me.
I know it do, man.
Yeah, and the first thing, like I said, if you get a chance, man, just save up to get your. If you're not sure how to do it, I always tell my partners, let me know. The EIN number. That's another important thing.
I read that in the book too.
That's free though. You can go online and get that for free. A lot of people don't know that.
Okay.
See, I paid for mine, but I learned afterwards by calling the EIN number in the state of Florida, and the lady said, "Oh," she said, "You can go online on the website and do it for free." I said, "What?" I spent like $100 on it. She's like, "Oh." A lot of people don't know that. I said, "Well, just thanks for telling me. Now I know." So I tell people like you who don't know.
Yeah.
Go to the it's EIN number. Go to the website. I think it's florida.gov or whatever, or Google it. How to register EIN number. It'll tell you the website, the Florida government, and just apply it. They give you an EIN number like in 2 minutes.
Oh, wow.
It actually takes 5 minutes to get an EIN number, and the EIN number is basically your business social security number.
Okay.
So you have your personal social security number and your business. So when they attach your registration license to your EIN number, that's all you. That's what the state of Florida looks at, or IRS, when you operate in a business. So they see it's like your social security number. They don't know your name and your last name. All they care is about your damn social security number.
Yeah.
Your business is called employer identification number, or employee or employer. Because you're the owner, you're the employer.
Yeah, employer.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because our social security numbers, we're the employee. Because social security number is a tax ID number. So you actually paying, you're an employer. You're paying the government taxes.
Yeah.
But as an employer, you get tax benefits, breaks. It's a difference.
Yeah.
So all those things are benefits towards.
I was reading the book.
Dude, man, read, man. Let me tell you something. Read. The rich man's success I learned is real estate, bro. First of all, it's books.
Yeah, books.
Books is first.
Yeah, books.
But the real estate secrets are in books.
Yeah, books.
Because they're not gonna give it all for free. Let me tell you something. Every person I talk to get the secret, they trying to charge me.
Yeah.
But lucky I got friends who are successful in real estate who do business, who I know personally, and they're successful in real estate, and they just tell me the secrets without charging me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But anyone else, you gotta pay for this.
Yeah.
You gotta pay for referrals, you gotta pay for listings, you gotta pay for off the markets. You gotta pay for everything. You ever notice that everything someone gonna charge you for?
Yeah.
The more you network, the more you're gonna see people trying to charge you for everything. But once you get inside a good circle, you'll be fine. And like I said, I'm here if you want to if you need some support, help. Because one thing I'm trying to do is just build my own. I got my own team, but one thing about building, you always building.
Yeah.
So if I meet a brother like you or some other brothers, I just add them onto the team. You know, we work for each other. Because guess what? You might see something I might not see, or vice versa. That's a deal for you. That's a deal. So yeah, we do a contract. You get your and you get your fee, your assignment fee. I get mine's.
Yeah.
Off a referral.
Off a referral.
And that's how real estate works. A lot of business you're gonna get is people from referrals.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I think I got a property for you to look at right now. You got time?
Well, actually, I got not now, but I got time tomorrow though. Where's it at though?
It's right around my neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it an abandoned property?
Yeah, it's abandoned.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And someone you know who owns it?
I went on the county records. Yeah, I went on the county.
Do you have the
records.
contact number too? That's the hardest part to get the contact
I
information.
didn't
right?
provide a contact number.
Yeah, just gave you the address and the name.
Yeah.
But it's easy to get the owner once you get in contact with the owner.
Yeah, I was thinking about wholesaling it.
Why not? You should.
Yeah.
Why not? You get in contact with the owner, put it on property, and put it on contract, and then wholesale it. Or, I always use the term market it. Because I'm gonna tell you something I learned in real estate. Because we do wholesale properties, but this is why I separate real estate investors versus they call them wholesalers.
Okay.
There's a term you want to use yourself, and I caught myself doing this because it makes sense.
Yeah.
We meet in real estate investors, agents, brokers, whoever's a real estate professional, because they're gonna ask you, who are you, a wholesaler? Nah, I'm a real estate investor. Because when you say a wholesaler, that means you're limited to only selling wholesale properties.
Yeah.
Investors invest in anything.
Anything.
So, like I said, I'm not an agent or a broker, but any property I can run across to help someone sell or buy or get a profit off, I'm doing it. That's what investors do. So when someone asks you, are you like buying property, sell? Just tell them, I'm a real estate investor, and I'm basically buying and selling properties. And they ask you how you do it. Well, I buy properties at a wholesale price.
Yeah.
That's when you want to bring the wholesale part up.
Yeah.
And I sell it at a different price at the market, or a retail price in the market.
Yeah.
Everybody understand that. Everybody wholesales.
Yeah.
Every flea markets wholesale everything. They're the biggest wholesalers in the country, and everyone goes there and buy their stuff.
Yeah.
And they make money every day off it.
Yeah.
And they wholesalers, but they don't consider themselves wholesalers. But it's what they do.
Okay.
They buy lump sums of property, or like clothes or sneakers, and sell it for like a lump sum.
Yeah.
Oh no, they buy it for like a less amount, and they go.
Sell it for a higher amount.
Yeah, everybody does. Look at T-Mobile and all that. What do you think? Sprint, they all do it.
Yeah,
They just don't use the term wholesaling, because wholesaling people might think, oh, you trying to rob me, or you trying to steal from me. But they don't understand wholesaling is basically saying you buy a property at a discount price and you resell it at a retail price in the market. That's all wholesaling is. But people don't understand that. They think we say wholesale, are you robbing me, trying to get in my pocket? No. I'm a real estate investor, or a real estate broker, or a real estate whatever.
Yeah. I was trying to explain that to my brother, and he told me I'm a con artist.
I know, they don't understand. You know why?